So I've polled a ton of men over the last 4 months, and I can tell you that the common denominator of men not opening up, ding, 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 is the fear of what someone will say. But it was a little deeper. They said they were afraid if they open up their feelings, that whoever they open their feelings to would feel they didn't have the right to have those feelings. Now that's sad. I can remember the first time I opened up, like, in a deep way. I was fearful. I was terrified. I thought life was going to be over. And to me, it was really deep. And as I did it, the person who I opened up to, they didn't say anything at first. And all sorts of stories came back in my head. This is why I don't open up. This is why men don't share. This is why men are whatever. And it took me a while to realize that people hold space differently, right? There's people who are amazing at holding space. There are people who are new at holding space, but people hold space differently. I had to learn that I can't stop opening up because of what somebody else's response might be if I trust them. And the reason for that is you have to think of your emotions as data. Your emotions are telling you, hey, something is wrong. We need to get over something. We need to process this. We need to think this through. A lot of times as men, things happen to us and we don't process it, right? A friend betrays you, or a friend leaves you, or a friend doesn't come through for you, and you don't process it. You just bury it. Next thing you know, you have trust issues. Or something happens with you and your girl and you don't process it. It comes out a different way. It's a famous therapist. He's a black therapist. He used to be a football player. And he said your emotions, if they're not processed, will come out one or two ways. The first way being homicide, or the second way being suicide. That was heavy. So as I polled the men, I realized that they did want to open up. All of these men wanted to have someone understand what they were feeling. All of these men wanted to have somebody hear them out. All of these men wanted to not have these feelings sitting inside of them that was turning into anger, that was turning into bitterness, that was turning into worry. And it usually gets masked. It gets masked a lot through sports, right? I believe strongly if men had therapy and men were more, had control over their emotions, there probably wouldn't even be an MMA. There probably wouldn't. With all of that, if you are a guy and you're listening to this, even if you're a lady listening to this, get a notepad and write this part down. If you're a guy listening to this, I want you to practice opening up first to a journal if you don't have a person. If you need a person, holler at me. But first, start with a journal. This way, you can do it regularly. This way, you don't have to worry about anybody seeing it. When I first started opening up, I would do it in the journal and I would rip it up and I would throw it away. A journal first. Second, I would say, and honestly, I put this first, talk to God about your emotions. Yo, this person hurt me. This person has me feeling this way. For me, a lot of times with male friendships, I always got betrayed in them, or they just left without any really good solid reasons. So I stopped trusting male relationships. I had to get over that. Does it still bother me to this day? Of some sort. So first, I would say, honestly, I reversed that. Put God first. Go talk to God. Sit and talk. Number 2, journal. Number 3, if you can get a therapist or a trusted friend, and just ask them, hey, I just need you to listen. I'm asking you to listen because I really want to get over this. I can tell you this. If you find peace with your emotions and you process them, a lot of things in life will be better. I believe strongly if you are dealing with your emotions and processing them and getting better with them, if you're a business owner, I think your business will be better. Your marriage will be better. Your relationship will be better. The biggest one we don't think about is our relationship with our kids will be better. So I want to encourage you. Go to God, journal, therapy, get a friend, but open up for you. It's not necessarily just about it being good for somebody else. It's about it being good for you because you deserve to be heard. You deserve to get that stuff off of your chest. You ever say something and all of a sudden you're like, whew, I feel like the weight of the world is off of my chest or off of my shoulders. That's what's happening. So men, go do that. Thanks for taking the ride with me. Be great.